more than anal probed, and then boom, a human-alien hybrid. What's up, everybody? It's been a long time since I've made a video. It's been a long time since I've written or recorded any new music for the album. It's been a long time since I've done just about anything in the world of the internet. Had to take a little bit of a break, but I'm back, and I figure the first video back should be one about CE5, Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind, because in about a month from today, I'm going to be heading to Mount Shasta in California to meet up with my friend Costa McCrease. He's going to be there's going to be a documentary being filmed about him and his work and involvement in CE5 and teaching people how to make peaceful contact with extraterrestrials. So, I'm going to go over the types of ET contact that there are and the scale of close encounters created by J. Allen Hynek, who was a PhD professor at a few different universities who got hired by the Air Force to study and monitor UFO reports. So he did Project Grudge, Project Blue Book, which is what that History Channel show is based off of roughly, and then he did Project Sign, all of which are involved with studying UFO reports. So when he was studying these reports, he made a scale called the Close Encounter Scale, and it was to categorize the different types of encounters. So the first type of close encounters of the first kind, is a visual sighting of a UFO. And so that'd be CE1. CE2 is a UFO event where there's some sort of physical trace. So that could be the electronics in your car getting thrown off right before you see it, or you see something land off in the distance and then oh bam, there's a crop circle or scorched earth, physical traces, some sort of chemical or radiation, something measurable. Then Close Encounters of the Third Kind is a sighting where you can see that there is some sort of being on board. So a sighting of the ET or humanoid, hybrid, robot, interdimensional, reptilian. Whoa. And so those are the first three kinds. Those were all made by J. Allen Hynek. Then there was Close Encounters of the Fourth Kind, which you might have seen that horror movie, The Fourth Kind. It's pretty dope. You should check it out. But the fourth kind is abduction. So that could be physical abduction, being brought aboard a craft, or some sort of like mental abduction, like a dream state type thing where it's all taking place more in your mind, something where there's tons of people have had hypnotic regressions because they keep having visions of being aboard a craft, and maybe you weren't physically brought aboard the craft, but you were like mentally or etherically brought aboard the craft. Hopefully not anal probed, but we're gonna get to that. And then Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind is more of what I deal with and what a lot of people deal with. It's human-initiated contact, and this one was kind of created by Dr. Stephen Greer, and it is, like I said, human-initiated contact. And so it is based off of Schrodinger's idea of all minds in the universe are one, a whole collective consciousness concept. I would suggest you read Dr. Robert Lanza's book, Biocentrism. It goes really deep into the science behind consciousness and how the universe and world was made from consciousness, not life creating consciousness. And then also Dr. Dean Radin has a lot of good books exploring this. But anyways, so CE5 is, through that concept, kind of beaming an intention through meditation or not, and then bing bang boom bada bing, UFOs are in the sky. Whoa! But it's crazy. It works. And there's tons and tons of video evidence of it working. And even high level government officials from around the world take part in this. And so the first Saturday of every month is actually where hundreds of teams, so thousands and thousands of people, go out and simultaneously around the world go through these protocols to make contact. And the main intent of it is to create a peaceful contact, to have not government officials be the ones that decide when disclosure happens. It's a people's movement. So that's where my friend Costa, he started the People's Disclosure Movement. And it's all about the governments. Everyone wants them to come forward, say, oh, whoa, aliens are here. Guess what? The evidence is already there. The documents are already out. People ignore it. And so it's just going out there, doing it yourself, peacefully, with a good intent, and you'd be surprised how many times it's successful, where you see craft doing movements that don't make any sense in a conventional way. And typically these teams go out with satellite charts, flight charts, to make sure that it's not just wishful thinking that, oh, look, I see this thing going. It's really a satellite. Well, at least you can check it. It's really easy to see what the paths are of all these different objects in the sky. Last summer, I went to ECETI Ranch when there was a group of about 200 of us, where every night we were doing this. We had high quality night vision binoculars, all sorts, and the things we saw were insane. So look up the ECETI Ranch. And so aside from Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind, which is Close Encounters of the Dopely Excellent Kind, is Close Encounters of the Sixth Kind, and that is death. So that's, you know, reptilian slaughter. Whoa, don't like that one. And then Close Encounters of the Seventh Kind is the opposite of the Sixth Kind. It's life being brought forth by this encounter, such as being more than anal probed, and then boom, a human-alien hybrid. There's actually some really cool and interesting reports of this happening. So there's the different types of close encounters for you. I suggest you do some research. Go down the rabbit hole of ultimate excellence. And also, so the album, it's coming along. Album 2, I have renamed it Alien Elite. And it's definitely going to be far different than the previous releases, because so far I'm the only writer on it, as to where the first one, where I had collaborations of people from Megadeth, Devin Townsend Project, Soilwork, lots of different collabs from around the world, but it made it so there wasn't much of a cohesive sound throughout it, because every song had so many different people. I like the album, I'm happy with the universe in my head, but I want, for this second album, much more cinematic, epic, happier-ish sound. There's still some really brutal, intense metal on it, but overall, it's a completely different thing. I took some lessons from composer Hans Zimmer so I can help bring out the epicness. Took some opera lessons to make it even more epic. So stay tuned for Alien Elite. Also, go to inquirewithinofficial.com. Get some excellent beanies, hats, merch like this. I got some CE5 merch, all of which will help you make extraterrestrial contact. And that is not a proven statement, and it might be said that I'm saying that to make money off of you. And then also sign up for my newsletter, Dimension of Weird. You can find that on inquirewithinofficial.com. That's so, like, I don't have to rely on social media, because like I have really big social media followings, but it seems that year after year, the AI gods of social media clamp down on the algorithms, making it so I can't even reach any people following me. So this newsletter, it's just an email mailing list that'll override that, so I don't have to rely on social media. Also, in case, like, you never know when these websites are gonna go down, or if they're gonna bring my pages down. I don't think they will. I'm not too controversial. Haven't been accused too many times of spreading fake news. So, but yeah, sign up for Dimension of Weird. That way, don't have to deal with those social media folks. Anyways, I hope you all have a great and lovely life until 6 months from now when I decide to make another video. Goodbye.